And it's not like we ducking and dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible extremely quick because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You're making the same money Lomachenko is making. And you're doing it easier. Lomachenko just fought, and Lomachenko is a hell of a fighter. And I like Lomachenko. But the guy, after Tank went out there and beat the champion up, Lomachenko fought Tank leftovers and with the distance. And guess what? Tank didn't have to go to the Olympics. Tank didn't have to fight 300 amateur fights. Tank didn't have to fight 400 amateur fights. Tank gonna go out there and get the job done. This right here, he's the real one.
So we just heard Floyd Mayweather. If you guys want to check out the interview, go on Fight Hype for the interview about Floyd Mayweather. Talks about Tank and Vasily Lomachenko. Everybody was wondering about the debacle between Lomachenko and Tank Davis and stuff like that. And I don't understand what Floyd is trying to do. Basically, Floyd was saying that the fight may never happen between Vasily Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't understand why Floyd is doing these type of scenarios, because he could have made that fight a couple years back when Tank was coming up. I believe at the scenario, I think when Tank fought Jose Pedraza, whatever the case may be, Vasily Lomachenko had a belt around that time, I believe so as well. And a lot of people was clamoring for the Vasily Lomachenko versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And actually, superstar boxer himself, Vasily Lomachenko, was actually wanting to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And here's the fact here. Vasily Lomachenko had a belt. He had the WBO belt. But guess what? Gervonta Tank Davis was ranked at 100. Well, not ranked. I'm sorry, not weight. But he was ranked basically number 8 at the time in the sanction bodies for Vasily Lomachenko belt. I believe it was at like 130, whatever the case may be. I think it was 130. I had to go back and do my research on it, but I think it was 130. And Lomachenko's like, hey, I'll fight Gervonta Tank Davis. But years ago, there was a interview that Vasily Lomachenko did with Snow Queen. Shout out to Snow Queen. She reports European boxers over there at her channel. And she interviewed Vasily Lomachenko, and they was asking questions about Lomachenko. What can you do to get your Gervonta Tank Davis fight? He said something about we could try to make the fight happen. I'm just emphasizing, guys. But he was basically saying that he wanted to fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. He says that the reason why the fight isn't happening because of networks and stuff, the money and stuff like that, and that the fight was never going to come into fruition. And a lot of people want to throw this into the speculation where the reason why the fight didn't happen because of Bob Arum, because Vasily Lomachenko was signed with Top Rank and stuff like that. That's well, I can say it's partial Bob Arum, and I can say it's partial Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, is not confident in Gervonta Tank Davis. He doesn't believe in his fighter. He thinks that Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to beat the top lightweights within Devin Haney. I think Gervonta Tank Davis beats Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, who left 135 pounds and moved up to 140. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis beats George Kambosos as well. But we're also going to have a new 135 pounder that's going to enter the division. Well, coupled with Andy Cruz. I forgot Jose something. I forgot his name. But he's a very good lightweight as well. We also got Frank Martin in the mix. We also got Shakur Stevenson that's going to come up in weight from 130 to 135 soon, because he's not looking to stay at the 130-pound weight limit. He's trying to achieve undisputed. If he's successful to get undisputed, he's probably going to move up, or not. He's going to move up anyway. And you know, a lot of people wanted to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight Lomachenko, but when Lomachenko was pressing Gervonta Tank Davis, basically he didn't want the fight, or whatever the case may be. We also heard threats from Floyd Mayweather saying that he said something about Floyd Mayweather, you keep playing with me, I'm gonna throw you never see him with Lomachenko. And Gervonta Tank Davis was looking mighty suspects in the streets. He was acting funny. He was not hungry for this fight. But now, years later, Gervonta Tank Davis says something about Vasily Lomachenko recently, I think, and he says it's time. Really, Gervonta Tank Davis? It's time? So why you didn't go ahead and try to fight Vasily Lomachenko when he was at the absolutely best of his career? And we just heard Floyd Mayweather talk about Vasily Lomachenko has to have a whole lot of fights, and he's got to get a whole lot of fights fast because he's getting old. He's going to be 40 years old. So basically what Floyd Mayweather is saying, that the fight isn't going to happen. If the fight does happen, they're willing to age out Vasily Lomachenko. It's not Gervonta Tank Davis' fault. Actually, it is his fault because he signed with TMT Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, which a lot of people thought he was not going to sign with him. But I guess Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't care about legacy. He just cares about the money at the end of the day. And that's why I think that the fight between him and Devin Haney is probably not going to happen. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.